Good morning. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel, Creating in the Waiting. Today I have a flip through of my altered Peter Pan Little Golden Book for you guys. He has two signatures. If you haven't checked out Tarzan's flip through, please be sure to do that. It was actually the last flip through that I just did. Anyway, so he's two signatures. He comes with a beaded pen, a lace bookmark. These are some of my favorite charms. So it's a broken up compass, and on the back of them is a quote, and it says, "When I am lost, you are my compass." Okay. And then I just put a little compass charm on this crocheted lace. The golden seal is reinforced. I do expand the spine on these. I've done many of these in my Facebook group, which I will link in the description box below. Hop on over if anything like this is interesting to you, or you're just looking for some inspiration and fun challenges. Anyway, all that will be linked in the description box below. So I have created him to where the story is still flowing. Love it. Which means the little golden books are two signatures. Typically, I've run across a few that the signature was one signature and it couldn't be done to where the story still flows, meaning all the pages are in the right order and you can still read it. I've incorporated my own pages, which are paper pads that I will do. It's not cardstock to where it's like thick paper. It's a paper pad, and it's single-sided, and I actually go through and glue the pieces together and then do the stitching around. So a lot of work goes into the construction of these. I make the doilies, the guest checks, the time cards, the paper sack pockets. Everything is custom made, meaning it's not a digital kit. I actually do run these through my printer and make them myself. So yeah, come with me where dreams are born and time is never planned. Never say goodbye, because saying goodbye means going away, and going away means forgetting. Peter Pan. Just did some lace pieces, a little pull waterfall here with pockets. I put a little playing card here, and the rest you can put notepads or whatever you want to put in them. And then here I just did a pocket up here. The only impossible journey is the one you never begin. And I just put these little Tim Holtz tickets here that were, you know, kind of earth tony. And then here I just did some stitching on one with some eyelets and backed with some stained paper. So it's like a little journaling card, just some little fun bits in the pocket. I've done some little Peter Pan charms here. So these are regular blank stationery pages that I then create part of the story with myself. So they come like this, and then I turn them into this. And I really like when you fold them, just the different fun layering effect it gives. It just makes it interesting. I'm working on an Alice, so that will be my next little golden book, but I'm also working on a Precious Moments. And I did the construction, well, I broke the pages down and did them in my Facebook group. So right now I am working on, this is probably going to be the one that I do before Alice. And if I ever did, and I always said if I ever do a Precious Moments one, it would be one that I end up keeping. So I'm just not really sure. Maybe that's why I'm hesitant to make it, because I know I'll sell it. Anyway, so we have the little Peter Pan thing here. Just did some stamping, inked, sewed, whale tail. This is a digital kit. It took me oh my gosh, this was probably the hardest one to find, the journaling pages, so to speak, that I wanted for this one. But this is what I went with. And I've done several Peter and Wendy. I've done several of those. I've done most of them as flip throughs. Some of them I just really didn't. I was selling them and then just boxing them up. And I don't even go back to look through other things to see, oh, what did I do here? Because I want each book to kind of take on a life of its own, and I don't ever want them to look the same, if that makes sense. Little live charm here. Stamping, inked and sewn, and all these pages are sewed around also. I do not like to alter the original book pages. It's just a personal preference. Did some little clusters. These are just some little fabric lace clusters here. a little snippet tuck here. I really like the way that these turned out. So I did these in my Facebook group yesterday. I wrote you in my memories, Peter Pan. I think that this is actually one of my favorite Peter Pans. I love this. All the earth the colors are just very calming. Never is an awfully long time. Just, you know, did some sewing on that as well. Okay, and then here we just did a little moon charm. I love this. And stamping, inked. Oh, and then we come to these little fun tabs. So it's a little medallion tab. I just did a charm. I just broke the top piece off and then put that with a doily and a little ribbon. So there are several of those throughout, and those came out super cute. Just adds a little fun element here on these pages, and a little embellishment plus, you know, a little tab. Writing space. And then here I just did a little anchor charm. And then the little compass down at the bottom. I love that and the way that that came out. Super cute. I did all of these in my Facebook group yesterday. I just sat there on my live and created. It was actually quite fun. And the way that I like doing these is, you see the book lays super flat. So I love that, because I want whoever gets this journal to actually be able to utilize it and write. Yes, the gator mouth, cute, fine, wonderful, whatever, but I don't want it to where it's just a personal preference in the way that I typically like creating. And then I just, you know, made this little doily and just did some simple beading with earth tone beads down at the bottom. All the other ones that I had were big fat ones, and it would have just been so tedious for me to get them onto the cording with a big, huge knot, because I don't have those little, like, I'm not sure what they're called, but they're just like the little end clear pieces that you can kind of seal, so to speak, the beading off. And then here I just made this little time card as a pull secret writing spot. I'm not going to pull that out and then start shimmy. You have to shimmy them back down in with a little Peter Pan charm. This is also a little tug spot. So what I might actually do is maybe create a few little scrap, just notepads. That way, you know, they know that that's a tuck there, is probably what I'm going to do. Got a little cluster here. These are my favorite pieces to do. I feel like once I do these, make a few pockets and my doilies, then I can just, you know, the book just really starts coming to life. I love it. These are, to be honest with you, little golden books are my absolute favorite to create. But it also depends on the mood that I'm in. That lace does not go there. Okay. And then here I just did, you know, a little scrap notepad, because that is our Let's Make It Monday. We just worked on, you know, scrap busters. Made some little notepads. And then here I just made this Peter Pan. Let's glue that down. Peter Pan altered index card. If you've followed me for any length of time, you know that these are my absolute favorite to make, especially if you're in my group, because this is what I do all the time. I just love these. I mean, as you can see, I will literally, and they kind of always, you know, vintage pages. I try to always use French book pages because these are my favorite pieces. So that's what I tend to gravitate towards. A piece, I'm going to have to go back and put maybe some, not E6000, but 3-in-1 on that. And then this will open. I'm still going to make a tag for that, I do believe. But, you know, that's a little tug spot there. And a little cluster there also. Another little tab. So this little golden book is it's either 110 or 112 pages. Alice is probably going to be bigger than that. I love an Alice. And then I just made these altered little playing cards with the map backed and sewn. I've done several tutorials on how to do those with a transparent label. The boy who never grew up. So I actually ran this through my printer twice. I put this map image and then I went through and put the quote with the ship. So that took 2 little things. And then this here, I just did my CD envelope flip. So I ran my CD envelope through the printer and put the image there. And I knew that I wanted to do it as a flip and not as a pocket. So I ran it through again to put the image on the back. And that's a pocket up there. Just did a little lace bit there. And I put this writing spot. And then you come to the second signature here, okay? Not all who wander are lost. Take me to Neverland. So I tuck this back here because I want this here. And then when I do my guest, so these are guest receipts. And if I do my sewing like this, I can get a guest check in there, but I can't get a guest receipt. But I want this here, so we'll put that there. And then we come to another pool waterfall with the vellum pockets, altar playing card with the map image. And then same thing, just little tickets, backed little eyelets. You know, it just adds a different element to the journal and makes it a little bit more interesting. And this makes your journal a little bit more interactive to where everything's just not kind of like, oh, I'm just flipping. And then I just made these last little clusters here. Y'all are, I got my book way up in the camera. Okay. Little anchor charm there. Just kind of went with a little Captain Hook vibe there. And these are all charms that I dug through my Disney stuff to find because I did not want to invest any more money. I'm trying to use up all of my supplies. And then again, we come to another little pull thing. And I just use these little binder clips as the toppers because they're super cute. And it allowed me to, you know, add a little charm. This is my favorite. I love this guest check, and I just have it pinned here. Okay, and then I did a little shabby fabric cluster up there. Okay, I love this. This would actually be a journal that I would keep. It makes me so sad in my heart sometimes when I say that because I'm like, oh. I really would want to keep this one. I love this. So this is just a doily little pocket, and it's actually 2 pockets. I mean, you could literally, I could fold some tea stain paper and put it back there. So that's probably all these other little places where it's like, oh, this is a tuck. So those 2 little time card pull out things, I can fold some tea stain paper so you have some extra stained paper. And it would probably be, what I'll do is do this fun paper. You know, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Did that little doily there. Another one of our cute little snippet tucks. Neverland is home for lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. Oh, I love this journal so much. It just looks, the angle, like if y'all could see it from my angle, this just looks very yummy. It just truly does. And it's not too much. I'm very super pleased with the way that this journal came out. I think I went with the perfect journal pages. All the additions I feel like are very, very nice. I do not say that boastfully. If you know me, you know I'm not a boastful person. I know that God has just truly blessed me at this, you know, season of my life to be able to do this. And it gets me through my darkest of times, that's for sure. To live will be an awfully big adventure. Time is chasing after all of us. Another little pocket there. I'm gonna tell you what, right here I'm gonna do another one of my little clusters. One of these. Or I could actually come with another one of my cute little tabs. Or I could do both. I could put a cluster up here, a tab here. That's probably what I'm actually going to do. That would be fun. You come to another little spot here where I do an embossed coffee filter. I put the map on a doily piece, did my little cluster. And then here I just pinned these little elements here. Okay, well, they're not really elements, ephemera. So 2 more of my little altar playing cards, and then my guest check. I thought that that looked super cute with this, so that's what I went with there. So on that page, we'll do a tab. And I got these cute little, because I don't have the punch. So a sweet girl in my group, and I'm probably going to do a layered one. She makes and sells these. So these will get inked up. I'm just going to go ahead and do one right now. Super easy, super simple ones. I like stapling the ribbon a lot of times, but in this journal, it really works. You know, because pirates and metal, it just really, really worked. So what I'll do is I'll glue this. And I want it on this side. So actually, let me, before I put my glue, I probably should have inked that up some. Just to give a little layered effect. And then I'm just going to use this brown ribbon that I've used throughout the journal. Let me just, let's put maybe this here because that page is kind of wanting to fall down. So then, these were totally inspired by Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And I absolutely love these. And my staple, I just did in a little X because I thought that that was cute. And here, I'm going to want to put this here because I have my other ones there. Let's see. Yeah, that looks good. And what I'm gonna do is put one of my little doily pieces. I get these from Two Sister Jam. Check them out. They're on Etsy and Facebook. The lovely Stacy and Dana. And I want to use another one of my little buttons, maybe. I wonder, actually, what would this look like? Oh, absolutely not. You can use wax seals. You could do more layering there. But for this journal, these are the kind of the vibe that I went with. I'm hoping I have another one of the silver buttons that I've been using. If not, oh, there's one. So those have that little piece on the back. And what I'll do is I'll just take my jewelry tool, break it off, and adhere with 3-in-1. And I'm gonna put my glue just directly on the page. Okay. So that is Peter Pan. I hope that you guys were inspired to maybe take that little golden book apart that you have been waiting to take apart and just kind of have fun creating, because these are absolutely so much fun to create. Find me on Facebook, guys. Y'all be blessed and create what brings you joy. Bye for now.